Welcome back. So we started seeing Ansible automation training with hands-on with step-by-step lab. So as part of today's training, we are going to discuss about Ansible register. So through Ansible register method, how do we achieve our custom administration need on day-to-day basis in our project requirements, right? As part of automation. So as I stated, this Ansible or all trainings we have created GitHub ID called Cloud and Loud. For this Ansible training, Ansible_automation repository we have created. So for today class, you stick with class 14 folder. There is a file called register.txt. So this Ansible register, it's going to take 2 classes to make sure everyone is comfort, because many of you as part of this register having fear around programming, right? There is no need any programming skills. All you need is you need a basic Linux administration skills with basic Linux administration commands. That's more than enough to achieve all your custom requirements, right? So let's go inside. To do this hands-on lab, I have one Ansible server, which is Ansible control node, and we need minimum 2 clients: Ansible manage node 1, Ansible manage node 2, Ansible client 1, Ansible client 2. From Ansible server, if you ping Ansible space all space -m space ping, you should get green color ping pong, which is good to proceed this lab. So let's clear it out, go inside. So I'm going to copy this, going here, I'm going to ping it. So let's see. First, my environment is ready. Yes, we have ready. And also we will see Ansible all -- list. So which is I have node 1 and node 2, right? Go here. We have discussed about factors, right? Ansible all -m setup. This is the already available parameters, right? To utilize from this any of the parameter which is already defined, right? But I want to achieve, say for example, you have 100 servers, right? You need to check what all servers HTTPD package is not there, and if it is not there, install it. If it is installed but service is not started, then start the service, which you need to have kind of a registered methods, right? So let's go inside. Before going to this lab, you need to have a kind of a lab. So you need to open 4 putty window, which will make you to very easy for this lab. So this putty window, you need to log into Ansible server as an Ansible user. And this putty window also you log into Ansible server. This is Ansible server. This is also Ansible server as an Ansible user. And this putty window, you need to have first client. In our case, node 1 as a root. As a root, you log in. I will tell you why. And this putty window, you need to log in as a node 2, which is a client 2, also a root user, right? If you have 4 window concept, then it will be easy for you to learn this lab very fast, right? What is the command to check the package is the or not? rpm-qa httpd. This command, as well as there is one more command. So let's go this command fast and check it. So we are checking this in Ansible server. We are going to node 1. This is node 1. We will check whether it is there or not. Is there. Also node 2, right? So node 2 is not there, right? So always when you approach any register based learning, make sure first client should satisfy success. Second client should have failure. The reason I'm asking you to situate this scenario is, if you are releasing one playbook to production, the production in some of the servers, your playbook may success. In production, some of the servers, your playbook may fail, right? Your playbook should be in a position to accommodate both success scenarios as well as failure scenarios, right? So in your learning or in your while creating a playbook, you must have the environment with one success, one failure. Say, for example, if you are creating some register based playbook, then during that playbook creation, your test environment, one client should have the package, one client should not have the package. If you are creating something related to service, one client service should be running, one client service should be stopped. So if you have such environment and create this playbook, I'm sure this playbook will give you a lot of confidence, right? So clear it out and go here. So now what we'll do is, I'm going to first put the window. I'm going to use it for only the playbook creation, right? So let's remove some existing file, right? We will create a new file called register.yaml. So it's a very clean YAML file. I'm not going to see this, but I'm going to do the same, right? But it's going to be the similar, but I'm going to do somewhat different, right? So what we are going to do is, so we are going to create a one playbook, but you better you go with create node 1 command node 2, one success, one failure, right? So how do we create hyphen hyphen hyphen? Let's zoom it, enter, hyphen name colon, I am going to check package is there or not. Very simple. What I'm going to achieve, right? So what are the hosts? We know node 1 also, node 2 also, or you can say all, because all means we have only two nodes. It will go to inventory file and pick up only two. But in your case, you better take only two nodes, which is having one success, one failure. If it is a package related, then one client should have a package, one client should not have a package, right? So enter. Then I'm going to sort tasks. We'll come back. There is a one more parameter we need to add. So let's start it. Check HTTPD package is there or not. I don't know anything, right? So I'm a just fresher, I'm a beginner, right? So what I'm going to do is command. What is a command? RPM-QA HTTPD, or whatever OS version or whatever command you know, you give it. Basically, this is a simple Linux command, right? So register, and the register name should be somewhat meaningful. So check package, right? So I can give anything, say don't quit, right? But it should not have, it should be a meaningful name, right? So I'm going to give, say, check package. The thumb rule is, go to here. I have given some thumb rule, right? Think what condition, I mean the Linux command based on your scenario. Then use command module and apply that command. And while applying the next line, you should use register and some name, so that you look at this, see here, this output will be stored in this register, right? And then next thumb rule, we are a fresher, we are a beginners, right? First print in JSON format. Many people or many books, they are not defined or not displayed. How do they come up with the condition, right? So each and every environment, each and every OS, each and every different hardware will create a different output. So I strongly recommend, don't go with this. After you derived the condition, you remove the register play. If you really think it's not needed, right? But it's not going to harm anything. So let's go for it for some time till you get some confidence, right? So go here. I'm going to clear it out the screen. So check package. So the thumb rule is, whenever you register package, collected the output, then next first play task is name, print it, print in JSON format, right? What is the module? Debug module. In debug module, there is a two sub functions. One is message and var, right? So message, you give some sentence which exactly will print, like a print command, right? But var, it will ask you what is the register name. Check package. That's it. So save it, enter. So every time, remember, I'm repeating again, you first define what functionality you are going to do it and what is the relevant Linux command, and you first register the next line. Once you return this, and then last line should be the register, right? So that means this output will store in this register. Then I don't know anything, I'm a Linux admin, right? So I want to create a condition, but to create a condition, I'm not a programmer, right? So I want to see how it looks like. So print this in a variable as a JSON format. So this is the first thing. Whenever you do a register, and then the next immediate task is you print the register. So let's clear it out. We are going to execute it. Let's check our changes are implicated. Yes, implicated. Ansible -playbook, right? Register.yaml. Then you see the results. Wait for it. So it is checking. See here, this output generated from node 1. Also, this output generated from node 2. So remember, node 1, the package is installed. Node 2, the package is not installed, right? So in node 1, if you look like the package is installed, so you are getting such output. In node 2, there is small difference in the output because there is no package installed. So this is what exactly I'm saying. Node 1 is success machine, node 2 is failure machine. If you situate while creating a playbook or while you learn this lab, this kind of a environment for this Ansible register, you can easily learn this Ansible register, right? In std out, so in this output, you see what is a common parameter, but with some changes. So RC0, right? So here also RC0. Failed false. So here also failed false. So you cannot take this as a condition. There should be some difference, right? So check package dot fail equal to false. So you cannot take that condition because both success and failure scenario both are same. But what will be the different? See here, std out, there is a package name. So check package dot std out, right? If within code, if there is a name, that means the package is installed. Check package dot std out, within code, it's empty. That means the package is not installed, right? So let's copy this for your better understanding. Open your empty notepad, put it here. So I'm going to show you a very simple. So check package, right, dot rc equal to 0. You cannot do this because both success and failure machine are having the same scenario. You cannot choose similar rules, right? So check package dot failed. See here, failed equal to false. Sometimes if you are mentioning true or false, if you get some error, you apply some double quote. But this also you cannot, because both success machine and failure machine are displaying the same output. But this is something you can trust on it, because success machine having the package name, failure machine doesn't have the package name. So very well you can take it. So check package, right, dot std out. Okay, how do you define this, right? How do you define this? So either you can say equal to, okay, there is a null, which means package is not there, correct? Package is not there. I'm just helping you. What all methods you can define this condition? Package is not there. The same, if I apply the same but with a small difference, say here not equal to, because if it is not empty, that means package is there, correct? Package is there. So can we go another way also? Copy this. You can define it's up to you, right? Check package std out equal to I want to see a exact one. So copy this and go here. If you are thinking as per, see, package is there, correct? If you are saying equal to not equal to here, then package is not there. You can define in any of these conditions. Definitely it will work. But I would prefer to go with always simple. Make it very simple. Don't make it very complex. But in production, in any of the project, then definitely you need to have, because you may come up with a different version, different packages. I would strongly recommend this. But to start with, as a fresher or beginner, start with this, right? But you understand the functionality, you develop on your own, right? So I am going here, I'm going to do the exact same, right? So hyphen name httpd package is not installed, right? So when debug, so message, right? So httpd package is not installed, right? So when this message has to be print, the package actually not installed, right? When, right? So now you apply the condition package dot std out equal to null. That means package is not installed, right? So enter hyphen name. Now another play. Here httpd package has been installed, right? So now debug, enter message colon httpd package has been installed, right? When same, check package dot std out, okay, not equal to null. I'm just showing you those four possibilities how you do this, right? So if it is not equal to null, that means there is some package name will be there, right? In that case, the package is there. So I'm saving it. Actually, to be frank, in production playbooks, this is really not needed, because this is just to understand till you get some confidence on Ansible register based playbooks. Actually, this is not needed, but this is not going to harm you on any of your deliverable. So better you apply this, so that even if you resign, the next person who is going to replace you will have a better understanding on this earlier playbooks which created by you, right? So go here. I'm going to clear my screen. I am executing this Ansible playbook register.yaml, right? So see here, one machine, node 1. We know node 1 is installed. So here, node 1 is not installed. That is, of course, it's skipping, but node 1 is installed. So whatever condition is applying, only one machine is satisfying, another machine is not satisfying. This is exactly you need to do a first step. So again, I'm repeating, if you are starting Ansible, right? So you need to first decide what is the command for your scenario. Then you capture the register, right? the next immediate task is print the register. From the output, you create this condition, this condition. Actually, once you define this place really not required, this place not required, this place not required. This is just to understand, right? So now I'm clearing it out. So now you have success condition, failure condition. Now what you need to do, I want name install HTTPD if not available or not installed, right? Now, what is the play yum name is say HTTPD and status latest the same. And when this is where I should not disturb the existing installed machine, right? So when HTTPD is not installed, what is the condition? This is why this is very important till you get confident, right? HTTP is not installed. This is the condition. So simply copy this and paste it here. So I am saving it. If I execute, see here, node 2 will be installed. Let's wait. So it's getting installed. So node 1 is skipping. Why? Because node 1 is already installed. See here, node 2 is now only got installed. Sorry, node 2 is just now. So let's go here and see now installed. So now if you execute the again, the last play will be satisfied. Both will be skipped. Let's see. See, now both is getting skipped. Why? Because both machine is installed. So this is how you need to play this Ansible register. It's very easy, but how you are applying, right? So seriously, it's not a programming. It's a matter of how you are applying your Linux administration skill set. So this command you can replace with any of your commands with a same mindset. Okay, now I can even expand this. Now the another scenario, I want to start the service. Whatever machines service is not started. So let's go here, check HTTPD service is started or not. So HTTPD service started or not, right? What is the command to check? What is the command? Say command. I'm giving you idea. So there are shell module also you can achieve this same. Even command systemctl also you can achieve the same. Okay, service HTTPD status, right? This is the normal command you will do it, right? Or systemctl HTTPD status, right? So the moment you create some scenario, get the register, check service status, right? So as I told, the thumb rule is the moment you start register, the moment you need to print it, because I don't know anything. I'm just zero. I'm a fresher, right? Print JSON. Print output in JSON format. So by seeing the output, I will generate my own conditions, right? So debug, since it's going to be print, so it's a var check service status, right? So save it, then execute this. So we are just checking whether the service is started in node 1, whether the service is started node 2. So there is some error, right? So we are not getting any JSON output, right? So let's go here, service HTTPD status. So it's not started. So copy this same command, go here and say service HTTPD status. So, but we are not getting any JSON output. Why? Because in Ansible, if there is any error, further play will be not proceeded, right? So What you have to do is, in this case, we know there is a error, right? So come down. What is the error? So here you need to say enter and say ignore underscore errors colon yes. So if you apply this before actual your playbook, it will be applicable the entire playbook. If you apply here ignore underscore, but don't do this till you get some answer, right? So always go with the specific play. So this only will be applicable. Even if you get the error, then it will be stopped. So apply only the necessary play. So save this and then execute this playbook. Let's, because we need a JSON output. We are a fresher, so we need some condition. See here, now the output is getting generated, right? So now as a layman, as a fresher, as a 0 person, I can create my own condition. See here, the another part I want to make sure is, see, there is a same machine. This is also success. This is also success. Why? Because both conditions are same. Both machines are, the service is not running. As I told, if you are planning to learn or manage any production, make sure in each and every scenario, you need to ensure the success and failure. So that means better go node 1 or node 2, try to start manually, HTTPD start, so that the output should have success as well as failure. Then only your playbook will be universal, right? So again, I'm going to execute. Then let's see. It's very simple. Only thing is, till you learning, you should not be lazy. You need to apply pinky punky. Like go above node 1. See here, the node 1 service is not started. Okay, so it's giving RC3. Previously both are RC3, right? So now come down, it's dead. Come down, node 2, just now we manually started. So that means if you go and apply this playbook in production, there may be some services are running. So RC equal to 0. There may be some services are not running. So RC equal to 3. So this is how you need to. So take this and put it in Notepad, right? So the same, put it in Notepad. How do I create my own condition, right? Check service status, right? Because this is going to be a key register name. So copy this and paste it. So here dot RC equal to 3. That means the service is down, correct? Here dot RC equal to 0, right? Service is running, correct? So this is how you need to grab it, right? Either you can say not equal to 3, service is running, but don't do this. Always in production, go with the exact parameters, but you can explore it. You can apply the same rule in another way also. Say not equal to 3 is service is running, right? Not equal to 3 is, of course, service is down. Service is down, right? And even you can apply the same for, just change it. So not equal to 0, that is service is down, right? Equal to 0, service is running, right? It's very simple, and how you are thinking, right? So I'm going to take the exact one, right? So go here, come down and say hyphen name HTTPD service is running, right? Print. I'm going to print the message. Print HTTPD service is running. So debug and my own custom message. So message functionality, then HTTPD service is running fine, or whatever message. So this message I want to find, but when this message has to be printed only from the service running machine, right? When, right? So apply this condition, check service status, okay, equal to 0, then you follow this. Then another condition, name colon print HTTPD service is down, debug, and then message, my own message. So in this machine, HTTPD service is down. Okay, when only from the actual not running machine, right? When, right? Check service status not, sorry, equal to 3, right? So let's save it. Then we will see whether it is working correctly. We are going to execute again. This time, one machine should print service is running. Another machine should print service is not running. So there is something not correct with syntax. Okay, let's go here. Sometimes there is some small. Okay, so save it. Let's wait for it. Okay, so now we have made some few small issue. So dot, so I'm just going to say check service status dot RC. Okay, because we have created correctly, but while typing we forgot. So we are going to remove as it is RC equal to 0 and equal to 3 what, the dot RC, right? So I'm going to save it. Let's execute. So one machine should display services running. One machine should display services not running. See here. So HTTPD service is down, only one machine. The HTTPD service is running, only one machine, right? So now we can go to node 2, right? So we can even apply the and or condition. So if you go to the playbook, the last I have mentioned and. That means now we know success and failure. So what we can do is here one condition package, here one condition service. So if the package is installed and service is not started, both condition, and means both condition, if satisfied, then start the service. So you can club also, two condition you can club, or you can even say instead of and you can say or, means either this condition satisfied or this condition satisfied, you can execute this play. This also possible. So this is the way you need to learn. You make some errors, you make some mistakes, so that now you look like if you do this minimum 2-3 times, that's all. Ansible registers. So we will also going to discuss one more example in next class so that you won't feel any programming fear. Stay tuned. Thanks for everyone.